Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you our consolation matchup of our 2017-18 season and playoff as the Blue Valley North Mustangs, coached by Terri Snethen, are taking on the Shawnee Mission West Vikings, coached by Pam Creed. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from North.
I'm Matthew. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Ben. I'm a senior.
I'm Nathan. I'm a senior.
I'm Michael. I'm a freshman.
And our competitors from West.
I'm Dane. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Sean. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Nick, and I'm a senior.
I'm Coleman, and I'm a junior.
I'm Jonathan, and I'm a sophomore.
Here on Categories, in the first round, we will take turns answering questions. If a team answers correctly, they earn a point for their squad. If they answer incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal the category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Blue Valley North. So Mustangs, here is the first category. It is science, specifically zoology. What is the mammal native only to the eucalyptus forests of Australia? Ben.
The koala.
It is the koala. Over to you, Vikings. U.S. history. What canal most influenced the westward migration and economic development of the United States? Nick.
The Panama Canal.
It is not the Panama Canal. Mustangs, chance to steal this U.S. history question. What canal most influenced the westward migration and economic development of the United States? Nathan?
Erie Canal.
The Erie Canal. Staying with you, Mustangs. Vocabulary is the category. Find the verb that fits this description. Beginning with an S, it means to crush, put down, or cause to be silent. Ben?
Squash.
Squash. We will take it. Squash or squelch, either one. Back to you, Vikings. Math is the category. What percent of 70 is 140? Sean?
200%.
200%. Very good. Back to you, Mustangs. Sports and games is the category. What is the name given for one stroke over par for a single hole in golf? Ben?
Bogey.
Bogey. Nice job. Coming back to you, West. Government is the category. When countries sign a trade agreement with the United States, requiring them to use their lowest tariff rates on all products imported from one another, these countries are said to hold what three-word status? Time on that. Mustangs, chance to steal this government category. When countries sign a trade agreement with the United States, requiring them to use their lowest tariff rates on all products imported from one to another, these countries are said to hold what three-word status? Nathan?
Free trade agreement.
Not free trade agreement. We're looking for most favored nation. Most favored nation. Mustangs, we are staying with you. U.S. history is the category. On January 8th, 1964, President Johnson declared war on what? Nathan.
Vietnam.
It's not Vietnam. Vikings, chance to steal this U.S. history question. On January 8th, 1964, President Johnson declared war on what? Nick.
Poverty.
Poverty. Very good. Vikings, we are staying with you. Sports and games is the next category. Name two of the three coaches to win a national championship in Division I college football and the Super Bowl. Time on that. Mustangs, chance to steal this sports and games category. Name two of the three coaches to win a national championship in Division I college football and a Super Bowl. Ben?
Vince Lombardi and Bill Belichick.
No, those are good guesses, but Pete Carroll's the last one to do it. The other two are Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer. Mustangs, we are staying with you. Current events is the category. Name the governor of Florida who recently defied the NRA by announcing a plan that he would ban mentally ill people from purchasing guns, raise the legal age to buy guns to 21, and outlaw so-called bump stocks. Name that governor. Nathan?
Rick Scott.
Rick Scott, nice job. Back to you, Vikings. General knowledge, specifically food. It is a gourmet's delight, a golf ball-sized black fungus with a price tag only a banker could love. It is found in Italy, France, and recently in California and Oregon. Often specifically trained dogs are used to find them. What is it? Dane?
Truffles.
They are truffles. Nice job. Coming back to you, North, another general knowledge question. What calendar is used in most countries of the world? Michael.
Gregorian.
Gregorian, nice job. Back to you, West. Geography, specifically landforms. Name the greatest example of erosion in the world. Nick.
The Grand Canyon.
It is the Grand Canyon. Back to you, North. U.S. geography, climate is the category. In what U.S. state has the recorded temperature never gone above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or below 0 degrees Fahrenheit? Nathan.
Washington.
It is not Washington. Vikings, chance to steal this U.S. geography and climate question. In what U.S. state has the recorded temperature never gone above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or below 0 degrees Fahrenheit? Coleman?
Minnesota.
It's not Minnesota. It's Hawaii. Hawaii. Vikings, you do have the next category. It is literature. In what kind of game did Alice find herself involved in Through the Looking Glass? Sean.
Hide and seek.
It is not hide and seek. Mustangs, chance to steal this literature question. In what kind of game did Alice find herself involved in Through the Looking Glass? Nathan.
Chess.
It is chess. Staying with you, North, math is the next question. 125 is an exact cube. But what is the next larger cube? Nathan.
216.
216, nice job. Back to you, Vikings. Music, specifically instruments. Pianos are in what family of orchestra instruments? Sean.
Percussion.
They are percussion. Nice job. Back to you, North. U.S. government is the category. Which cabinet position in the U.S. government is highest in line in order of presidential succession? Nathan?
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State. Good job. Vikings, current events is your category. The World Health Organization reports that cases of what disease have increased fourfold in Europe due to fewer parents getting their children vaccinated? Dane.
Measles.
It is the measles. Mustangs, children's poetry. Starting off with a couple titles here. A Light in the Attic and Where the Sidewalk Ends are two classic books of children's poetry. Name the author. Ben.
Shel Silverstein.
Very good. Back to you, Vikings. Vocabulary is the category. What word describes a much-used expression that has lost its freshness and descriptive power? Nick?
Cliche.
Cliche, nice job. Mustangs, fine arts, painting. Identify the two geometric shapes contained in Leonardo da Vinci's famous Vitruvian Man. Nathan?
A circle and a square.
Those are the two. Back to you, West. Science is the category. It is a standard of comparison. In experimentation, it is the group which is not tampered with at all. What am I talking about? Nick?
Control.
Control. Very good. Mustangs, back to you with ancient history. In the hierarchy of feudalism, what was the lowest class? Matthew.
The serfs.
It is the serf. Back to you, Vikings, with general knowledge. What kind of metal was traditionally used to separate the glass on stained glass windows? Coleman?
Aluminum.
It is not aluminum. Mustangs, chance to steal this general knowledge question. What kind of metal was traditionally used to separate the glass on stained glass windows? Nathan?
Lead.
It is lead. Staying with you, Mustangs, world geography is the category. In terms of area, what is the largest nation which borders upon the Indian Ocean? Nathan?
India.
It is not India. Vikings, chance to steal this world geography question. In terms of area, what is the largest nation which borders upon the Indian Ocean? Jonathan?
Australia.
It is Australia. Staying with you, West, U.S. government is the category. The protective research section that investigates persons who write threatening letters to the president is under which government agency? Nick?
The Secret Service.
The Secret Service. Well done. Blue Valley North, next question belongs to you. It is literature. What is the Dickens novel from which the line, "Barkis is willin'," is taken? Michael?
Great Expectations.
It is not Great Expectations. West, you have a chance to steal this literature category. What is the Dickens novel from which the line, "Barkis is willin'," is taken? David Copperfield. David Copperfield. Vikings, we are staying with you. Science is the next category. What basic atomic particle is an uncharged, massless particle created during particle decay? Coleman?
Electron.
It is not an electron. Mustangs, you have a chance to steal the category. Science. What basic atomic particle is an uncharged, massless particle created during particle decay? Nathan?
Photon.
It's not a photon. It's a neutrino. Neutrino. North, you do get the next question. Oh, so we are time in the first half. Okay, so we didn't have the siren, but our timekeeper and scorekeeper has declared that we are time. So that is the end of our first half, and we have a great game going on right now with Blue Valley North with a slight lead of 13 to Shawnee Mission West 10. Just this reminder on how both teams got to this place. Blue Valley North last in their original playoff game lost a close game to Blue Valley West, and Vikings are here due to a loss to Shawnee Mission East. Okay, we are ready for our second round on categories, and as in the regular season, our second round begins with our look and listen question. The look and listen question is worth 2 points, and it is placed on the floor for either team to answer. Just this reminder to contestants, as soon as someone rings in, we cannot rewind the tape. We have to go from that point forward. So we'll be displaying the image on the monitor for you at home, as well as here in the studio. So here we go, both teams. Here is our look and listen question. The process shown here converts the surrounding atmosphere from a what to a what? Nick?
A gas to a plasma.
A gas to a plasma is what we are looking for. So 2 points to Shawnee Mission West. As we continue here with our lightning round, questions are placed on the floor for either team to answer. The first team to ring in gets a chance to answering the question. If they answer correctly, they earn a point. If not, the other team still gets a chance to steal the category. So both teams, the first category is music. What kind of song has a text which praises a deity or expresses thoughts of religious meditation or worship? Nick?
A hymn.
It is a hymn. History for both teams. The use of poisonous gases in war, such as mustard gas, was banned by what 1925 convention? Dane.
Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention. Very good. World geography for both teams. This body of water in the Cuban province of Los Villas is also called Bahia de los Cochinos. Give me the English translation. Coleman?
Guantanamo Bay.
It is not Guantanamo Bay. Mustangs, you have a chance to steal. Ben?
Bay of Pigs.
It's the Bay of Pigs. U.S. geography this time. Counting the beginning and ending states, over parts of what 3 states would you fly on a direct flight between Nashville and Indianapolis? Nathan?
Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana.
Those are the 3. Very good. Vocabulary for both teams. What is a glockenspiel? Michael?
Mallet instrument.
Mallet instrument. Very good. Science, specifically species. This species became the first of man's ancestors to tame fire about 500,000 years ago. Jonathan?
Homo erectus.
Can you repeat that, please?
Homo erectus.
That is correct. Very good. Fine arts. Styles is the next category. 3 great stylistic periods appeared successfully in the art world beginning in 1400. I'll list them in alphabetical order. You give them back to me in chronological order with the earliest first. Here are the 3. Baroque, Renaissance, Rococo. Nathan?
Renaissance, Baroque, Rococo.
That is the correct order. Very good. Next category for both teams, Shakespeare. From Shakespeare's The Tempest, what island were they shipwrecked on? Ben?
Cyprus.
It's not Cyprus. Vikings, chance to steal this Shakespeare category. From Shakespeare's The Tempest, what island were they shipwrecked on? Coleman?
Crete.
It is not Crete. Bermuda. Bermuda. Science, chemistry for both teams. Give the chemical name for this compound. HC2H3O2. Michael?
Acetic acid.
It is acetic acid. Nice job. World history for both teams. Name the site of the famous February 1945 conference during World War II, which was the second meeting of Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin. Nathan?
Yalta.
It is Yalta. Nice job. U.S. history this time. In January and August of the same year, Alaska and Hawaii entered the Union. What was the year? Coleman?
1850.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Mustangs, chance to steal this U.S. history question. In January and August of the same year, Alaska and Hawaii entered the Union. What was the year? Ben?
1948.
1959. 1959. Good guess both times. All right, here we go. Next question for both teams is math. If a tailor needs 3 2/3 yards of material to make a suit, how many suits can be made from 22 yards of material? Nathan?
6 suits.
It is 6 suits. Nice job. Language, French. How does a Frenchman say 70? Soixante-dix. Soixante-dix. Fine arts, painters. Which of the following was a famous French romantic painter? Is it Watteau, Poussin, Delacroix, or Pissarro? Nick?
Delacroix.
Delacroix. History, this time Canadian history. During the 17th and 18th centuries, what was Canada's chief source of wealth? Michael?
Fur trapping.
Fur trapping, yep. Science, chemistry for both teams. Of the 5 elements that comprise group 4A on the periodic chart, which 2 are non-metals? Carbon and silicon. Carbon and silicon. Government and economics is the category. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? Nathan?
435.
435, very good. You opened up a bit of a lead here. Blue Valley North 22, Shawnee Mission West 16. Math is the next category. What is the sum of 1/3 and 1/2? Nathan.
5/6.
5/6. Next question for both teams, geography. U.S. geography to be exact, and it's a long question, so please pay attention. It contains the geographical center of the United States, as well as the largest gold mine in the world. Rich in Old West lore, such as names as Belle Fourche, Deadwood, and Wounded Knee, this state is home to some 30,000 Native Americans living on large reservations. Name this state of the Badlands and Black Hills. Jonathan.
South Dakota.
It is South Dakota. Thank you for getting that right. Current events for both teams, multiple choice on this. Eric Greitens, the Republican governor of Missouri, was indicted on charges of felony what? Blackmail, invasion of privacy, theft, or bribery? Nathan.
Invasion of privacy.
Invasion of privacy, very good. World history specific to medicine. Early reports of the bubonic plague say that it began in Africa, Russia, Iceland, or China? Jonathan.
China.
It is China. Music theory is the next category. A scale is a musical progression of notes either upward or downward in steps in the key of F major. If one were ascending the scale, what would be the fourth note? Sean?
B flat.
B flat, very good. Science, chemistry for both teams. Plastics are this type of substance composed of large molecules formed from smaller ones. What's the word? Nathan?
Polymer.
There you go, polymers. Spelling is the next category. How do you spell hieroglyphic? Nick?
HIEROGLYPHIC.
Nailed it. Good job. Sports and games for both teams. What is the perfect score in a single game of 10-pin bowling? Nathan?
300.
It's a 300. U.S. history for both teams. Boot Hill Cemetery marks the end of the trail for 3 men shot by Marshal Wyatt Earp, his brothers, and Doc Holliday. Where was this famous and controversial gunfight fought? Nathan?
OK Corral.
It is the OK Corral. General knowledge for both teams. Which of the following would be the most abundant source of carbohydrates? Is it fish, green vegetables, citrus fruits, cereals, or dairy products? Ben?
Cereals.
It is cereals. Nice job. World geography for both teams. If you start at Brownsville, Texas, and travel directly south, through how many countries would you pass before reaching Antarctica? Ben?
1.
It is 1, just Mexico. U.S. government for both teams. What is the total number of members on the United Nations Security Council? Remember, 5 of them are permanent members. Nathan?
6.
That is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this government question. What is the total number of members on the United Nations Security Council? Remember, 5 of them are permanent members. Coleman?
13.
It's 9. Sports and games again for both teams. How wide is the balance beam used in the Olympics gymnastics competition? Sean?
2.5 inches.
It's not 2.5 inches. Mustangs, chance to steal this sports and games category. How wide is the balance beam used in the Olympic gymnastics competition? Nathan?
3 inches.
It's 4. Fine arts, musicals for both teams. I don't think I'm going to read that question. That siren does denote the end of our game here, and we have Blue Valley North coming out victorious for 3rd place with a score of 29, and Shawnee Mission West finishing in 4th place with a score of 20. Stay tuned as we will be right back to do our trophy presentation for our playoffs. Congratulations to both teams for great performances during our regular season and good performances during our playoffs. At this time, I'd like to present our fourth place tournament trophy to Shawnee Mission West coach Pam Creed. And coach, if you would like to present this trophy to your team and say a few words over there, that'd be wonderful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank my team for an excellent season and especially thank our senior MVP, Nick Lacey, for his performance. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to present the trophy to our third place tournament finishers, Blue Valley North Mustangs. Coach Terri Snethen could not be here today, so I'm going to present this to the team here for doing a wonderful job with a fourth place finish in the regular season and a third place finish in the tournament. You came to play, so nice job. I appreciate it. And great job, seniors. It was good to meet you guys and get to know you over the last couple years. Yeah. Once again, congratulations to both teams for outstanding performances. Stay tuned next week as we will bring you our top seed, Blue Valley West. Will take on the second seed, Shawnee Mission East, in our 2017-2018 Categories Tournament Championship. Please join us then as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.